Hey there, friends. Before we start the super fun story, I've got a quick question for you. Have you ever seen someone get teased or judged, and you just knew they were hiding something awesome? Like, you thought, oh wow, those meanies are gonna be so surprised. Well, that's exactly what this story is about, so stick with me, it's gonna be a wild ride. Oh, and real quick, drop a comment down below and tell me where you're watching from today. Are you at home? School? Somewhere cool? And if you like stories like this one, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss the next adventure. Okay, let's set the scene. Imagine a sunny afternoon in a little town. The sun is shining bright, birds are chirping, and people are walking around doing their usual stuff. Some are carrying groceries, others are chatting with friends. It's a normal, happy day. And then, there's Lucy. She's a sweet lady who doesn't talk a lot. She's walking down the sidewalk with a white cane in her hand, tapping it on the ground. Tap, tap, tap. That's because Lucy is blind, she can't see anything. Everyone in town knows that about her. They see her every day, moving slow and careful, and they think they've got her all figured out. Next to Lucy is her best buddy, Max. He's her guide dog. Max has shiny black fur that sparkles in the sun, and his eyes are super calm, like he's never worried about a thing. He walks right beside Lucy, helping her find her way. His paws go pat, pat, pat on the ground, and he keeps her safe. If she needs to turn left, he nudges her a little. If she's about to bump into something, he stops her. To everyone watching, Max is just a cute dog doing his job. And Lucy? They think she's just a quiet lady who needs help all the time. People look at her and go, ah, poor Lucy. She can't do much on her own. But here's the thing, they're so wrong. Lucy and Max aren't what they seem. Nope, not even close. See, most folks in this little town look at Lucy and think, oh, she's weak. She's helpless. They see Max and think, what a nice puppy, just a regular dog. But oh boy, are they in for a big surprise. Lucy and Max have a secret, a huge, exciting, jaw-dropping secret. And when it comes out, this sleepy little town is gonna flip upside down. Nothing will be the same after that, I promise you. Let's picture it some more, okay. The town is small, with tiny shops and houses all lined up. There's a bakery that smells like fresh cookies, a little park with swings, and a street where kids ride their bikes. Everyone knows everyone else here. They wave and say hi, and life moves slow. Lucy lives in a small house with flowers out front. Every day, she walks the same path down the street, past the bakery, and to the store. Max is always with her, his tail wagging just a little. People see them and think, same old Lucy, same old Max. They don't pay much attention. They don't wonder about her. They don't ask questions. But they should. Because Lucy isn't just some quiet lady. And Max isn't just some regular dog. Nope. There's something special about them, something nobody guesses. Have you ever met someone who seemed super normal, but then you found out they could do something amazing? Like, maybe they were secretly a superhero or a wizard. That's what's going on here. Lucy and Max are hiding something so cool, it's gonna make your eyes pop out when you hear it. Let me give you a little hint, not too much, just a tiny tease. Lucy's cane? It's not just for tapping the ground. And Max's calm eyes? They've seen things big, wild things that would make your heart race. Together, they're a team, and they're tougher than anyone knows. The people in town think Lucy's weak because she's blind. They think Max is just a pet. But soon, they're gonna learn the truth. And when they do, they'll wish they'd been nicer to Lucy and Max from the start. So, what do you think Lucy's hiding? Any guesses? Is she secretly a spy? A superhero? And what about Max? What makes him so special? I bet you're curious now, huh? Well, don't go anywhere, because the story is just getting started. Imagine you're walking down that sunny street with Lucy and Max right now. The wind is blowing, the sun is warm, and something big is about to happen. You can feel it, can't you? Like a secret waiting to burst out? Let's keep going for a sec. Picture Lucy stopping for a moment. She's standing there, her cane in one hand, Max sitting by her side. A lady walks by with a big bag of apples and says, "Hi, Lucy. Nice day, huh? Lucy smiles and nods, real polite. Sure is, she says, her voice soft. The lady keeps walking, not thinking twice. A kid on a bike zooms past and waves at Max. Cool dog, he yells. Max doesn't bark or chase him, he just watches, quiet and smart. That's how it always goes. Everyone sees them, but nobody really sees them, you know? They don't look deeper. But you and me? We're smarter than that. We know something's up. We know Lucy and Max aren't ordinary. And that's why you're gonna love this story, because it's all about what happens when people get it wrong. When they judge too fast. When they think they know everything, but they don't. This little town is about to get a wake-up call, and it's gonna be so much fun to watch. So, tell me, what's your guess? What's Lucy's big secret? What makes Max more than just a guide dog? Drop your ideas in the comments, I'm dying to hear what you think. And stick around, because the next part is where things start to get crazy. You ready? Hang on tight, because Lucy and Max are about to show everyone what they're really made of. Okay, friends, let's get into the juicy part of the story. Not everyone in this little town is friendly. Oh no, some people are mean, really mean. And the meanest of all? A gang of bikers. These guys are loud and tough. They wear big leather jackets that creak when they move, and they ride motorcycles that growl like angry bears. Vroom, vroom. The sound shakes the windows as they zoom down the street. They love picking on people, anyone they think looks weak or small. It's like a game to them, and they laugh while they do it. Today, these bikers spot Lucy. She's walking down the sidewalk, nice and slow. Her white cane goes tap, tap, tap on the ground. Max, her guide dog, is right next to her, his shiny black fur glowing in the sun. His steps are steady, and he's keeping Lucy safe, like always. To the bikers, Lucy looks like an easy target. They see her cane, they see her moving slow, and they think, oh, this lady can't do anything. Let's have some fun with her. The leader of the gang is a guy named Spike. He's big, with a scruffy beard that looks like it hasn't been washed in forever. His eyes are mean, and he's got a smirk on his face, a sneaky, nasty smile. He slows his motorcycle down and yells, "Hey, lady. Lost your way? Maybe your mutt should carry you." His voice is loud and rude, cutting through the quiet street. The other bikers, his buddies, start laughing hard. Ha ha ha, they cackle, like it's the funniest joke they've ever heard. They slap their knees and point at Lucy, thinking they're so clever. Lucy doesn't say anything back. Not a single word. She just keeps walking, her face super calm, like she didn't even hear them. Her cane keeps tapping, and her steps don't shake. Max stays by her side, guiding her along. But if you look close, you'll see his ears twitch just a little. He's listening. His big, smart eyes are locked on those bikers, watching every move they make. He doesn't bark or growl. He's too cool for that. But he's not happy. Oh no, Max is paying attention. Spike doesn't like that Lucy's ignoring him. It makes him mad. He wants her to be scared, to cry, to run away. So he revs his motorcycle vroom, and zooms closer. The engine roars, and the ground shakes a little. "What's wrong?" he shouts, leaning forward on his bike. "Too scared to talk?" "Huh." His buddies cheer him on, yelling, "Yeah, Spike. Get her." They start riding their bikes in a big circle around Lucy and Max, like wolves around a little lamb. Dust flies up from the road, making a cloud that stings your eyes. The tires screech, and the noise is so loud it hurts your ears. The people on the street see all this happening, but they don't do anything. Some peek out their windows, scared and quiet. Others walk away fast, heads down, pretending they didn't notice. A lady with a baby stroller hurries across the street. A man with a newspaper ducks into the bakery. Nobody wants to mess with the bikers. They're too big, too loud, too mean. Everyone thinks Lucy's in trouble now. They think she's trapped, with no way out. The bikers think so too. Spike grins wider, sure he's won already. But here's the thing, friends, Lucy's not scared. Not even a tiny bit. You'd think she'd be shaking or crying, right? With all those big bikes and loud voices around her? Nope. She's steady as a rock. Her hands don't tremble on her cane. Her face doesn't change. It's like she's made of steel inside. And Max? Oh, Max is something else. He's not just sitting there like a regular dog. He's watching those bikers like a hawk, like a bird that's ready to swoop down and grab something. His eyes are sharp, and his body is still, but you can tell he's ready for anything. Have you ever seen a dog that looks too smart? Like he knows more than he's letting on? That's Max. Most dogs would bark or wag their tails or run around. Not Max. He's different. He's quiet, but his brain is working fast. He sees Spike yelling. He sees the bike circling. He hears the laughs. And he's thinking. What do you think he's planning? Is he just gonna sit there? Or does he have a trick up his sleeve? Let's keep going and find out. The bikers don't notice how calm Lucy and Max are. They're too busy being loud and mean. Spike keeps shouting stuff like, "Look at her. She's nothing." His buddies keep laughing, and one of them, a skinny guy with a red bandana, throws a little rock toward Lucy. It bounces on the ground near her feet, but she doesn't jump or flinch. Max's head turns just a tiny bit, following that rock with his eyes. The bikers don't see it, but we do. Max isn't missing a thing. The dust keeps swirling, and the noise gets louder. Spike's bike roars again, and he rides so close that Lucy's hair blows in the wind. "Come on, lady," he yells. "Say something. Or are you too dumb?" His gang howls with laughter, thinking they've got her all figured out. They think she's weak because she's blind. They think Max is just a silly dog. They're sure they're in charge, that they can do whatever they want. But Lucy and Max? They're not playing the bikers' game. Lucy's been through tough stuff before, way tougher than a bunch of noisy guys on bikes. And Max? He's not scared of loud noises or mean words. He's seen worse. Way worse. The bikers don't know it yet, but they're picking on the wrong team. They're poking a bear they can't handle. And soon, oh, very soon they're gonna find out why. So, what do you think, friends? Why isn't Lucy scared? What's Max waiting for? Have you ever seen someone act tough but then get surprised by something bigger? That's what's coming. The tension is building, like a balloon getting bigger and bigger before it pops. The bikers think they're winning, but they're so wrong. Stick with me, because this story's about to get even better. Alright, friends, let's keep the story rolling. Days go by after that first mean run-in with the bikers, and guess what? Those tough guys don't stop. Nope, they keep coming back, like pesky flies buzzing around. Every single time Lucy steps outside, they're there, ready to make trouble. When she walks to the store, her cane tapping the sidewalk and Max leading the way, the bikers show up. When she sits on her porch, just trying to enjoy some quiet, they roll by. They're loud and rude every time, honking their motorcycle horns, laughing like bullies, and even tossing empty soda cans her way. Clunk, clunk, they hit the ground near her feet. One day, Spike, the big, scruffy leader, gets extra loud. "Blind lady and her dumb dog," he yells, his voice booming down the street. He grabs a stick from the side of the road and tosses it right at Max. It flies through the air and bounces off the ground, landing just a few inches from Max's paws. Most dogs would jump or bark, right? Not Max. He doesn't even blink. He just tilts his head a little and stares at Spike with those sharp, dark eyes. It's like he's saying, "Really? That's all you've got?" Spike laughs, thinking he's so tough, but Max isn't scared. Not one bit. Lucy doesn't get mad either. She stays calm, like always. She reaches down and pats Max's head with her hand, real gentle. Then she whispers something to him. Nobody's close enough to hear what she says, it's super quiet, just for Max. But if you were right there, watching super close, you'd see something cool. Lucy smiles. It's a tiny smile, so small you might miss it. But it's there. What do you think she said to Max? Maybe something sneaky? Maybe something brave? We'll find out soon. Meanwhile, Spike's getting worse. He's not just picking on Lucy now, he's bragging about it to his biker buddies. He puffs out his chest and says, "She's weak. She can't do nothing." His gang nods and cheers, like he's the king of the world. "Yeah, Spike," they shout. "She's scared of us." They ride their bikes up and down the street, revving the engines vroom, vroom, thinking they've got Lucy all figured out. They're sure she's just a quiet lady who's easy to push around. And Max? They call him a dumb mutt and laugh some more. They don't think he's special at all. But here's a little secret, friends, a hint just for you. Lucy isn't weak. Not even close. She's been through tough stuff, way tougher than these loudmouth bikers could ever imagine. She's strong inside, like a superhero hiding in plain sight. And Max? Oh, Max is more than just a guide dog. He's not some regular pup who chases balls and barks at squirrels. He's seen things. Big things. Scary things. He's done stuff that would make your jaw drop. The bikers don't know it yet, but they're messing with the wrong team. The days keep passing, and the bikers keep being mean. One time, they ride by Lucy's house and throw an old apple core at her porch. It splats on the steps, and they laugh like it's a big joke. Another time, they honk their horns so loud that the birds fly out of the trees. Lucy just sits there, rocking in her chair, Max lying by her feet. She doesn't yell back. She doesn't cry. She just listens, and Max watches. His ears twitch every time a bike roars by, but he stays cool. Too cool, maybe. Have you ever seen a dog that calm? It's almost like he's waiting for something. Then, something neat happens. One afternoon, a kid on the street sees Lucy and Max walking by. He's a little guy, maybe 10 years old, riding his bike with wobbly training wheels. He stops and stares at Max, squinting his eyes like he's trying to figure out a puzzle. Max's collar catches his eye. It's not a normal dog collar with bright colors or a jingly bell. Nope, this one's different. It's dark and scratched up, like it's been through a lot. There's a tag on it, not a shiny one with a name like Max or Good Boy. This tag looks old and beat up, with funny marks on it. The kid tilts his head and says, "Hey, that looks military." His voice is loud enough for a few people to hear, some grown UPS walking by, and even one of the bikers who's parked nearby. Military. Like, from the army or something. The kid's eyes get big, and he points at Max. "Is he a soldier dog?" he asks, but nobody answers. Lucy keeps walking, and Max doesn't stop to pose for pictures. They just keep going, slow and steady. That biker who heard the kid. It's the skinny one with the red bandana. He snickers and calls over to Spike. "Hey, Spike." The kid thinks the mud's a soldier. Spike laughs so hard he almost falls off his bike. "A soldier? That dumb dog. Ha! Good one." The whole gang cracks up, slapping their legs and shaking their heads. They think it's the silliest thing ever. Military dog? "Yeah, right," says another biker, wiping tears from his eyes because he's laughing so much. They don't believe it. Not for a second. To them, Max is just a boring pet, and Lucy's just a lady they can tease. Big mistake, friends. Huge mistake. That kid might be onto something. What do you think that tag means? Is it just old and scratched, or is there more to it? Maybe Max really is special, like, super duper special. And Lucy's tiny smile? Maybe she knows it too. The bikers are too busy laughing to notice, but we're smarter than that, right? We're starting to see the clues. Things are heating up, and we're getting closer to the best part of the story. Spike keeps bragging, and the gang keeps picking on Lucy. They think they're winning. They think they're tough. But every time they yell, every time they throw something, Lucy and Max get a little quieter and a little stronger. It's like they're saving up all that toughness for something big. The bikers don't see it coming, but we do. What do you think's gonna happen next? How long can Lucy and Max stay calm? Stick with me, because this story's about to get wild. Okay, friends, hold on tight, this is the part where everything explodes into awesomeness. It's a quiet Saturday in the little town. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, and everything feels calm. Lucy's out walking, like she does every day. Her cane goes tap, tap, tap on the street, and Max is right by her side, his black fur shiny and his step steady. They're crossing the road, minding their own business, when trouble comes roaring in. Spike and his biker gang roll up on their loud motorcycles. Vroom, vroom. They're noisier and meaner than ever before. The engines growl, and the ground shakes a little. Spike's got a nasty grin on his face, and his scruffy beard looks extra wild today. He's had enough of Lucy ignoring him. He's mad, and he wants to show everyone who's boss. The gang parks their bikes in the middle of the street, blocking the way. People peek out their windows, scared to come outside. Spike jumps off his bike and stomps toward Lucy, his big boots thumping on the ground. "Time to teach you a lesson, lady," he snarls, his voice rough and angry. He raises his hand high, like he's about to push her hard. His biker buddies cheer him on, yelling, "Yeah, Spike. Get her." They're laughing and clapping, thinking this is their big moment. They're sure Lucy's gonna cry or run away, and they can't wait to see it. The crowd watching from the sidewalks holds their breath. Everyone thinks Lucy's in big trouble now. But then bam! Something crazy happens. Max moves so fast, he's like lightning zipping across the sky. In one smooth leap, he jumps right between Lucy and Spike. His teeth are out, sharp and white, and a deep growl rumbles from his chest. Grr! It's loud and scary, like a storm rolling in. Spike freezes right where he stands. His eyes get huge, like two big marbles popping out of his head. "Whoa, easy, Mutt," he stammers, his voice shaking. He takes a step back, holding his hands up, but Max isn't messing around. Max lunges forward just a little, not too much but it's enough. He slams into Spike and knocks him flat on his back. Boom! Spike hits the ground hard, dust flying up around him. Max stands over him, pinning him down with his paws. Those paws are strong, like they're made of steel, and Spike can't move. He's stuck, looking up at Max's growling face. The biker gang stops cheering. Their mouths hang open, and they're quiet for the first time ever. Nobody saw this coming. Lucy steps forward, calm as ever. She doesn't yell or shout. She doesn't even look mad. She just stands there, her cane in one hand, and says, "You should have left us alone." Her voice is steady and strong, like a teacher telling you to sit down. Everyone's eyes are on her now. The crowd gasps as she reaches into her pocket and pulls out something small, an old ID card. It's wrinkled and faded, but she holds it up high so everyone can see. "I'm Lucy Carter," she says, loud and clear. "Former Navy medic." "And Max?" "He's a retired SEAL K-9. Trained to take down guys way tougher than you." The words hit like a thunderclap. The crowd gasps again, even louder this time. Spike's jaw drops so far it almost touches the ground. The bikers go dead silent, like someone flipped off their noise switch. A Navy medic? A SEAL K-9? What does that even mean? Let me tell you. Lucy isn't just a quiet lady. She used to work in the Navy, a big, important group that protects people. She was a medic, which means she helped her soldiers get better. She's seen tough stuff, wars, battles, all kinds of danger. She's not weak at all, she's a hero. And Max? Oh, Max is even cooler. He's a SEAL K-9. That means he was a special dog for the Navy SEALs, the toughest, bravest fighters around. Max wasn't just trained to guide blind people. Nope. He's a hero dog who sniffed out bombs, big, scary ones that go boom. He tackled bad guys, jumping on them just like he did to Spike. He saved lives, lots of them, before he retired to help Lucy. The crowd can't believe it. People whisper to each other, "Did she say Navy? A SEAL dog? No way." The kid with the wobbly bike, the one who saw Max's collar before, jumps up and down. "I told you. I told you he was military," he yells, pointing at Max. The bikers don't laugh this time. They're too shocked. Spike's still on the ground, staring up at Max, who's growling low and steady. Grr. Spike's hands shake a little. He's not so tough now, is he? Let's picture it, friends. Spike's flat on his back, dust all over his leather jacket. Max is standing tall, his paws pressing down on Spike's chest. Lucy's right there, holding that old ID, looking stronger than ever. The bikers are frozen, their bikes quiet for once. The crowd is buzzing, whispering, pointing. Nobody moves. It's like time stopped. The mean guy who picked on Lucy is down, and the quiet lady and her dog just turned everything upside down. What do you think the bikers do next? Run away? Say sorry? Spike's eyes are darting around, looking for a way out, but Max isn't letting him go yet. Lucy's voice echoes in the air, "You should have left us alone." It's not loud, but it's powerful. The gang thought they were big and scary, but now they're small. Lucy and Max? They're the real tough ones here. All that teasing, all those cans and sticks, they didn't know who they were messing with. And now they do. This is the big reveal, friends. Lucy's not just a blind lady. Max isn't just a guide dog. They're heroes, real ones. The bikers thought they could push them around, but they were so wrong. Max could have stopped them anytime, but he waited for the perfect moment. And Lucy? She let them laugh, knowing she had the upper hand all along. What a twist. Can you believe it? The toughest guy in town is on the ground, and the quiet lady and her dog are the stars of the show. Alright, friends, let's wrap up this wild story with a big, happy ending. After Max knocks Spike down and Lucy spills their amazing secret, things start moving fast. Spike's on the ground, his leather jacket all dusty, and he's scared. He scrambles to his feet, his face turning red like a tomato. I didn't know, he mutters, his voice shaky and small. He's not yelling anymore. He's not laughing. He's just a big bully who got caught, and now he's trying to wiggle out of trouble. But guess what? It's too late for that. Max doesn't let up right away. He keeps growling low and deep, his sharp eyes locked on Spike. Those big paws stay ready, like he's telling Spike, "Don't you dare move." The other bikers? They're not so tough now either. They start backing away, slow and quiet. Their loud motorcycles just sit there, forgotten in the street. Nobody's revving engines or shouting mean stuff anymore. They're scared, really scared of Max and Lucy. Who wouldn't be after that big surprise? Someone in the crowd watching all this decides enough is enough. A lady with a phone pulls it out and calls the cops. "Hello? Yeah, there's trouble here," she says, her voice loud so everyone hears. Pretty soon, you can hear sirens wee-oh-oh, getting closer and closer. The police cars zoom up, lights flashing red and blue. 2 officers jump out, looking serious. The crowd points at Spike and tells them everything, how he tried to push Lucy, how he's been mean for weeks. And guess what? The cops know Spike already. Turns out, he's got a record. That means he's done bad stuff before, like stealing little things and bothering people. This time, he's in big trouble. The officers grab Spike's arms and snap handcuffs on his wrists. Click, click. "You're coming with us," one of them says. Spike's head hangs low, and he doesn't fight back. He knows he's done for. The bikers in his gang don't stick around to help him. Nope. They scatter like scared mice, running off in every direction. Some hop on their bikes and zoom away, tires squealing. Others just ditch their bikes and take off on foot, disappearing down alleys and behind houses. They don't want to face the cops or Max. Lucy watches all this happen, still calm and cool. She doesn't cheer or yell. She just pats Max's head with her hand, nice and gentle. Max stops growling and sits down, proud as can be. His tail starts wagging, thump, thump against the ground, like he's saying, "Job done, friends." He looks up at Lucy with those smart eyes, and you can tell he's happy. They're a team, and they just showed everyone what they're made of. The cops take Spike away in their car, and the sirens fade as they drive off. The street gets quiet again, but it's a different kind of quiet now, a good kind. The townsfolk who were watching? They're not quiet anymore. They start clapping, clap, 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 and whispering to each other. "Did you see that dog?" one guy says, his eyes wide. "He's so strong." A lady nods and adds, "And her, she's amazing." "I can't believe it." These are the same people who used to ignore Lucy. Before, they'd walk by her and not say a word. They'd see the bikers tease her and just turn away, too afraid to help. Now, they're looking at her like she's a superstar. And Max? They're calling him a hero dog. Lucy doesn't brag or make a big deal out of it. She's not that kind of person. She just smiles a little, another tiny smile, and turns to head home. Her cane taps the ground again, tap, 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 and Max leads the way, his tail still wagging. They walk back to their little house with the flowers out front, just like it's any other day. But it's not any other day. Everything's changed now. The crowd keeps talking as Lucy and Max disappear down the street. A Navy medic, someone says. A SEAL dog, says another. The kid with the wobbly bike rides around yelling, "I knew it. I knew Max was special." By Monday, the story's all over town. People can't stop talking about it. At the bakery, the lady behind the counter tells everyone who buys a cookie that Lucy and her dog took down Spike. At the park, kids run around pretending to be Max, growling and jumping on each other. Even the grumpy old man who sits by the store every day nods and says, "Good for her. About time someone stopped those bikers." The story spreads like wildfire, and everyone knows Lucy and Max are the real deal. The bikers. They don't dare show their faces again. Spike's in jail now, locked up for all the bad stuff he did. His gang is gone scattered and too embarrassed to come back. Nobody hears their loud motorcycles anymore. The street stays quiet, and the birds come back to sing in the trees. No more honking, no more laughing, no more cans flying through the air. It's peaceful, just the way Lucy likes it. And Lucy? She's finally got the respect she deserves. People don't look at her like she's weak anymore. They don't walk by without a word. Now, when she goes to the store, folks smile and say, "Hi, Lucy. Hi, Max." The lady at the bakery gives Max a little treat, sometimes a piece of bread or a cookie crumb. Kids wave at them from their bikes, and even the grown UPS tip their hats. No one throws stuff or makes fun of her now. They know better. They know Lucy's strong, and Max is a hero. It's a big turnaround, isn't it? Lucy doesn't need to say much. She just keeps living her life, walking with Max, sitting on her porch, enjoying the quiet. Max stays by her side, like always, watching the world with those smart eyes. They don't need to prove anything anymore, everyone already knows who they are. The town learned its lesson, and the bikers learned it the hard way. Picking on Lucy and Max was the worst mistake they ever made. How's that for justice, friends? The mean guy got caught, the bullies ran away, and the good guys Lucy and Max came out on top. No more trouble, just peace and respect. It's like the sun came out after a big storm, and everything's bright again. What do you think? Pretty cool, right? Lucy and Max showed everyone that being quiet doesn't mean being weak. They're the strongest team in town, and now everybody knows it. Hey, friends. What do you think of Lucy and Max? Pretty cool, huh? Drop a comment below. Would you want Max as your bodyguard? I sure would. He's so tough and smart. Here's something to think about: sometimes, the quiet people like Lucy have the biggest strength inside. You'd never guess it, right? And the mean ones who tease them? They don't see it coming until it's too late. That's the best part.